Hello and welcome to our session. We are very happy you were joining us today. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine you are walking into a massive global conference.
I can picture it now. And honestly, just thinking about it makes me a little nervous. You walk into this huge room, the air conditioning is freezing, and you are surrounded by hundreds of strangers.
It can feel very overwhelming. You might think that you have to be charming and perfectly professional right away.
Right. It feels like everyone else in the room is totally comfortable.
Mhm.
And I am the only one who feels lost. So how do I fix that? How can I sound clear, confident, and friendly when I meet new people?
That is a great question. And it is exactly what we will learn today. We are going to master professional networking. We will do this by focusing on 5 key skills.
5 skills.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds manageable. What are they?
First, we will cover how to break the ice. Second, we will build your elevator pitch. Third, we will discuss talking during sessions. Fourth, we will review body language. And finally, we will talk about following up.
I am really looking forward to this. I think that first moment is always the hardest. You are just standing there. Maybe you are getting coffee or sitting down. How do I actually start talking to a stranger?
That is our first skill, breaking the ice. The secret here is extreme simplicity. You do not need a brilliant opening line.
Really?
Yeah.
Because in my head, I always feel like I need to say something profound, like I need to make a huge impression right away.
Please do not do that. When you approach a stranger, their brain is instantly trying to figure out if this will be an awkward interaction. If you ask a complex question, you make them work too hard.
That makes a lot of sense. You are asking them to perform before they even know you.
Exactly. So we use simple, friendly questions. Let us imagine we are getting coffee or eating lunch. You can simply say, "Hi, I am Maria. Nice to meet you."
Hi, I am Jan. Nice to meet you. That is very simple.
It is. Or you could ask, "How are you enjoying the conference so far?"
How are you enjoying the conference so far? I like that one. It is an easy question to answer.
Yes, it is. Now imagine another scenario. You are walking into a presentation room and you want to sit down.
I always hate this part. I never know if a seat is taken.
You can just point to the chair and ask, "Is this seat free?"
Is the seat free? And then if they say yes, I sit down. What do I say next?
You can ask, "Have you been to this conference before?"
Have you been to this conference before? That feels very low stress. What if people are already talking in a small group?
If you want to join a group, just smile and ask, "Do you mind if I join you?"
Do you mind if I join you? These short sentences are great.
They show you are open and ready to talk. But once you are talking, you face the next challenge, the inevitable question. So what do you do?
The dread. This is where I usually panic. I start rambling about my job and then I explain my whole company history.
Many people do that. And by the time you finish, the other person is bored. This is why we need an elevator pitch.
An elevator pitch. I've heard that term, but it always sounds a bit aggressive, like I am trying to sell a used car.
It does not have to be salesy. An elevator pitch is simply a short introduction. It should only take 30 to 60 seconds. And it has 4 specific parts.
4 parts. Okay, I am ready. What is the first part?
Part 1 is your name and your role. Part 2 is what your organization does. Part 3 is what is special or valuable about your work. And part 4 is a simple next step or invitation.
Can we practice this? Let us use my character Jan.
Let us do that. Start with your name and your role.
My name is Jan, and I work as a clinical research consultant.
Good. Now I will do part 2. I work for a healthcare startup that develops digital tools for patients.
Okay, that sets the context. Now for part 3, the value. I help companies design safer and more effective medicines.
Excellent. That is the most important part. You did not just list your tasks, you shared the result of your work. That makes people care.
I help companies design safer and more effective medicines. It sounds much better than saying I review data all day.
Exactly. Now for part 4, the closing invitation. If this sounds interesting, I would be happy to share a short demo later.
Or maybe I could say, I would love to hear how your team handles this. It turns the pitch back into a conversation.
Yes, it invites them to speak. I highly recommend practicing this slowly. Record yourself on your phone. Make sure your speed is comfortable for international listeners.
That is a great tip. So we broke the ice. We shared our elevator pitch. But a lot of important networking happens between the sessions. How do I discuss the actual speeches?
This brings us to section 3, talking during sessions and breaks. You can start by asking about the content. What did you think of the speaker?
What did you think of the speaker? Or I could say, I found the case study very practical.
Perfect. Those phrases build a shared experience. Then you can deepen the talk by asking, What kind of projects are you working on now?
What kind of projects are you working on now? But what if they say something I disagree with? How do I disagree respectfully in English?
You can validate their opinion first. You can say, I see your point. In my experience, the main challenge is different.
I see your point. In my experience, the main challenge is different. That is very polite. It does not sound angry at all.
Exactly. But eventually you have to leave the conversation to go to the next session.
This gives me so much anxiety. How do I leave without being rude? I usually just pretend my phone is ringing.
You do not need to do that.
Yeah.
Be honest and warm. You can simply say, it was great talking with you. I should go to the next session.
It was great talking with you. I should go to the next session. It is clean and simple.
People appreciate that boundary. Now let us talk about how you behave while you are listening. Section 4 is about body language and active listening.
Active listening. I know I should listen carefully, but conference halls are so loud.
They are. That is why people watch your face
Yeah.
and your hands as much as they listen to your words.
Yeah.
Listen with your whole body.
What does that look like?
Face the speaker directly. Keep your shoulders relaxed. If your feet are pointed toward the door, you look like you want to escape.
I am definitely guilty of the exit feet. I do it without thinking.
We all do. Also, in a noisy hall, lean slightly toward the person. It shows that their words are important to you. And remember to nod occasionally to show you are following.
Just occasionally. If I nod too much, I will look a bit crazy. What can I say verbally to show I am listening without interrupting them?
Use short phrases. Say, I see, or, right, or, that is interesting.
I see, right? That is interesting. And how do I make sure I actually understood them correctly?
You can clarify by summarizing. Say, so if I understand correctly, your team supports local clinics.
So if I understand correctly, your team supports local clinics. I like that. It proves that I was really listening.
It makes the other person feel incredibly validated. Being truly heard is rare. Now we have reached section 5, staying connected after the conference.
Right, because we usually just collect business cards, put them in a drawer, and forget about them.
Networking is about building long-term relationships. It is not just one conversation.
So how do I connect digitally? Should I use LinkedIn?
Yes. But do not just click connect. Send a message. Say, it would be great to connect on LinkedIn if you are open to it.
It would be great to connect on LinkedIn if you are open to it. And what about an email the next day?
Send a personalized follow-up email. You can write, thank you again for our conversation yesterday. I enjoyed learning about your work.
Thank you again for our conversation yesterday. I enjoyed learning about your work. That is much better than a generic message.
If you really connected with someone, you can suggest working together. You can say, perhaps we could explore a pilot project together.
Perhaps we could explore a pilot project together. It shifts the relationship from just social to actually doing business.
Precisely. You stop being just an attendee and you become a true networker.
This has been incredibly helpful. It is really not about being the smartest person in the room. It is just about making the other person comfortable.
Exactly. I'm going to slow down our pace even more now. Let us take a moment to breathe.
That sounds good.
First, we learned simple questions to break the ice. Second, we built a 4-part elevator pitch to introduce ourselves clearly. Third, we practiced polite phrases for discussing sessions and disagreeing. Finally, we discussed active listening and how to follow up after the event.
That is a perfect summary. I feel much more prepared now.
Wonderful. Now we will begin our vocabulary word tour. We will define exactly 10 key words from today.
I am ready for the first word. Conference.
A large formal meeting for discussion.
We met at a global technology conference.
Excellent. What is the next word?
Icebreaker.
A sentence used to start a conversation.
Asking about the weather is a common icebreaker.
Perfect. Word number 3.
Elevator pitch.
A very short description of who you are and what you do.
He practiced his elevator pitch before the meeting.
Very good. Number 4.
Consultant.
An expert who gives advice to a business.
Jan works as a clinical research consultant.
That is right. Number 5.
Session.
A specific meeting or presentation during a conference.
The next session starts at 2 o'clock.
Exactly. Word number 6.
Perspective.
A particular way of thinking about something.
I really appreciate your perspective on this topic.
Beautiful. Number 7.
Pilot project.
A small experiment to test an idea.
We ran a pilot project with 3 hospitals.
Great job. Number 8.
Active listening.
Listening with full attention and showing you understand.
Nodding is a sign of active listening.
Yes, it is. Number 9.
Posture.
The way you hold your body when sitting or standing.
Sit with an open posture to look friendly.
Perfect. And our final word.
Collaborate.
to work together on a project.
I hope we can collaborate in the future.
That's it for today. Remember, every minute you spend listening is a step closer to fluency. If you enjoyed this lesson, please subscribe and join our learning community. Before we go, I have a challenge for you. Write one new word you learned today in the comment field below. I will see you on our next episode at SteadyStep English.